I mastered the art of Bullshido through beatmaking.
Sự vào con chụp con đánh con làm dữ dội lên, nó chụp đánh đá dữ dội, dội lên nó chụp đánh đá dữ dội. Thì dặn rớp 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 rớp. Cơ thở mình rất rõ, thở mình rất rõ. Nhận 2 nhát rồi.
After I selected certain parts to use, I sliced up all these samples. I turned each slice into a specific sound to use. I took this slice.
Dội lên nó chụp đánh đá dữ dội.
I lowered the pitch and activated stretch mode in order to stretch the audio clip to fit the tempo of the beat. I then did some processing where I ran the audio clip through a parametric EQ, a denoiser removing background noises, some reverb effects with thin micro, and a fruity limiter for some slight compression. I took this short slice and added EQ and wave shaper. Here's the kick, layered with another sampled clip. For the clap, I used an parametric EQ to shape the sound, a fruity limiter, and added delay and reverb effects to it. Here's before. And here's after. I then layered the clap with another audio clip to slightly thicken up the sound. This is how it sounds if I solo it. This is how it sounds with effects. And this is how it sounds playing together with the clap. The footsteps. I used it for percussion and just removed the low frequencies. Remember this smack? I just compressed it and also removed the low frequencies with a fruity limiter. Here's before. And here's after. I used the following vocal clip from the sample and added Yeldo's mixer preset, which consists of Maximus, fruity limiter, a compressor, sound goodizer, fruity stereo shaper, reverb and delay. So here's how it sounded before. And here's after. I then created an automation clip for the pitch to move up a few octaves at the end. So here's how it sounded before. And here's after. I took this part. I loaded it into Edison, where I have a very short section on loop mode, and this is how I did it. Click on the snap icon and activate snap to zero crossing. Then click on the regions icon, and in the drop-down menu, click Set Loop. Now if you play it as notes, it will sound like this. I went into the sampler and changed the envelope settings and gave it a slow attack and release to sound like this. Using MIDI notes, I used these notes for the melody. Again, using multiple effects like compression, distortion, reverb and delay on the mixer channel as I did previously, I changed the sound in order to have a more ambient and rhythmic vibe. So here's how it sounds without effects. And here's with effects. I took this vocal slice
Đó, mình rất rõ.
and only added a fruity delay to effect on it, where I also removed the low frequencies and played it in the piano roll one note at a time on different keys. This is how it sounds without delay. And this is with delay. I made the bass in the same way I made the ARP melody. Then I created a simple bassline pattern after pitching the audio down in the sampler. I removed all the high and mid frequencies and again added effects as previously. This is without all the effects. And this is with the effects. Here's the hi-hats. I changed the sample start in the sampler and in the pre-computed effects, and also gave it a fade out. Now it sounds like this. Here I just ran it through a reverb, pancaked it to have it pan from left to right over time, a parametric EQ2 to boost the highs, and a fruity limiter for compression. I then made this hi-hat pattern. Again, this is before effects. And this is how it sounds after the effects. I took this part. Here I am only using the vocal section at the start. In the piano roll, I came up with a stab-like counter melody and then ran it through a stereo shaper, EQ, fruity limiter, a vintage chorus, reverb and delay. Here's before the effects. And here's after the effects. The lead I also made from this sound in the same way. EQ to removing lows, flanger, hyperchorus and reverb. Here's before the effects. And here's after the effects. I used this falling sound for the drum roll / fill. I sliced up the clip to fit the different parts on the grid, and to also line it up with the tempo of the beat to sound like this. I used the tail of the sample clip to create an impact sound effect to use at various parts of the beat. I routed it to a mixer channel and added effects to change the tone and pitch of the sample clip. I then arranged it to play at certain parts in this way. Just as before, I used a sample clip of the background sound to make a riser. Again, some effects on the mixer channel to make it sound bigger and more ambient. I then created an automation clip to have the sound rise in pitch. Now it sounds like this. And here's the final result. If you've made it this far, then thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more sample flips like this, then like and subscribe and check out this playlist.